Everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much to my subscribers. Welcome newcomers. I hope you like what you see, and if so, be part of this journey by hitting that subscription button and also the bell notification. Thank you so much to every single one of you that has been with me from the start or just embarking in this journey with me. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. Okay, so I had just uploaded the video to this pattern, which is perfect for beginners. If beginners want to learn different designs and things like that, you can leave it just as is, or you can put just little flowers around it. You know, it's perfect for that too, with some leaves and so on and so forth. On both ends of the corner, just one corner itself. You can go the length you want and also the wideness you would like. Now, today we're going to learn to do this small basket. You can put all kinds of small little flowers or leaves or whatever you feel like. I still have glue on my nails, of course, from gluing the basket onto the pattern. So we're going to learn today how to do this basket, and you can use it on this pattern or you can use it on any pattern you'd like. Okay, so up top there's 3 little buttons. Click there. You can slow down the video to your liking. Also next to the 3 little buttons, there should be the letter CC on it. That's for closed caption. In case you don't have it, when you open the 3 little buttons up, it will be in there. You can turn it on and everything I'll say will be written down here in letters. You can pause the video, take notes of the stitch that I'm calling out. I will leave the link to how to slow down the video and to turn your CC on the description box. Okay, so it makes it easier on you. If you're not understanding what I'm telling you, just click the link and see how to do that. It takes 2 seconds to do it. I will also leave the link to the flowers in the bottom of the description box, and of course the link to the pattern in case some of you are just seeing the basket and not the pattern. So everything will be listed below. My Instagram will be listed below. My Facebook page, you can follow me there, will be listed below. And any questions or opinions, it's much easier to get it through there than sometimes YouTube. And TikTok, if you have TikTok account, you can follow me there too. Anyway, everything will be listed below. These are four ply. 80% cotton thread, 20% different fibers. The flowers are 100% cotton thread with the leaves. Okay, so 3.5, what you should be using is a 5.5, but I'm so used to most of you know I can't let go of my baby hook here. 3.5 I'm using, a small one to tuck in loose ends, a pair of scissors, and of course I got a bunch of little leaves that I've done already, which I'll leave in the description below. Also, the tutorial to the leaves, which takes 2 seconds, very fast to create. And as you can see, the flowers also. Okay, so let's get started, everyone. Thank you so much. Don't forget to give a thumbs up. It's very important for the video. So the first thing you want to do is slip stitch knot. Now, reminder that you can go as big as you like with the basket also by adding more stitch to it. Okay. So we don't count the slip stitch knot. Now I'm going to do 16 chain stitch. That's for the size that I want, which you can afterwards measure with your pattern as you're going. You measure and you stop at the size that you prefer to end your basket at. You can make it very small if you're using thin thread like number 10. And Lily, that would be the small little baskets, little motifs for different patterns. Okay, so 16 chain stitch. So I have my 16 chain stitch because that's the bottom of the basket down here. Now I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, and 4 more chains. Okay, that will equal a double crochet. I'm going to come back to the 5th one and do double crochets. Now I'm going to do double crochet per space, so we're going to have a total of 16 double crochets all the way to the end, 1 per space. which I have already on my playlist, a big, huge basket, just basket pattern with flowers as a table runner. You could always look into that if you want to create just a basket as a table runner. Okay, I'll probably leave the link below, also in the description box, make it easier for you. I've done my 16 double crochet. Now if you find, maybe sometimes people make a mistake and do 17 or 18, it doesn't matter. If you find it's too, you did too many, you don't need to take it down. All you have to do is come here at the beginning where you did your slip stitch and just take that one stitch out. And there you go. Okay, so now we're going to work 1, 2, 3 chain. We're going to use the front loop only, so the one that's facing you, and doing double crochet, not the back loop but the front loop here. Okay, so we're going to do again 16 double crochets all the way to the end using this front loop. We have 2 of them, the back and the front. We're going to use the front loop, okay, the one here. I'll meet you at the end. Okay, I think there's probably too much lighting from the clarity of the window. Sometimes not enough lighting, sometimes too much. Okay, don't forget, when you come to the end, of course, there's not a loop to be taking in the front, so just go right into the 3rd chain and do your double crochet. We're going to turn around. So we've created this little nerve up front, 1, 2, and 3, and then we're going to, into the back loops. Okay, back loops this time, just like that, into the back loops, and do your 16 double crochet. So I've done my last one on the 3rd space because we don't have a front loop for it, right? Turn around, 1, 2, 3. Again, using front loop only, the one facing you. So this is the 4th row, 1, 2, 3 on the 4th row, and then we're changing the stitch. We're going to start to form the basket. Okay, so continue yours, 16. Okay, so we've done our 4 rows. We're doing 1, 2, and 3 on the same space. We're going to do double crochet and 1 more double crochet. Sorry about my voice, I'm still congested. 1 chain. We're going to skip a space and we're going into the next one, grabbing both loops at the same time. Next space, double crochet, and next space, double crochet, 1 chain, skip a space into the next one. So we're building groups of 3s, double crochet, 1 chain, skip a space, and into the next one. One chain, skip a space. We're going to do 1 double crochet here and 2 at the end, so we can build the group. So you're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 groups of double crochet. We're going to turn around, 1, 2, and 3, chain. 1 more on the same space. We're increasing on the basket, and 1 on the next space. 1 chain. we're creating the groups inside of the square, 3 double crochets per square. 1 chain into the next square, and we're going to proceed the same way until the end. And then at the end we're going to do the same thing like we did here. 1 double crochet on the second before last and 2 on the same space on the last. 1 2 3 4 5. We're going to create our 6th, so we're going to come in before the last one, do 1 double crochet, and then on the last one we're doing 2 together, same thing as we started on this row. So we're increasing the groups. Okay, we're going to turn around and we're going to continue to proceed the same way. 3 chain, 1 more in the same space, 1 on the next space, 1 chain into the square, and continue to build your 3 double crochets. We're going to proceed the same way until the end. Coming to the end, we do the same thing. 1 chain just before the last one, 1 double crochet, and then into the last one, 2 together. Proceed the same way. 1 2 and 3 in the same space, and 1 in the next space. Chain 1 into the square and create your 3 double crochets. I'm going to proceed the same way until the end. We have 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 rows until the 7th row. I'll come back to you on the 7th row. Okay, so I've done my 7 rows from here up. In reality, altogether we have 11. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11. But counting from here we have 7. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Now this row is only going to be double crochets, 1 per space, so not complicated at all. Inside of the space of the square we're doing 1 double crochet, next space, okay, 1 only, next space, and again. We're going to do this all the way until the end. Okay, so only double crochets and 1 inside of the spaces. And this is what our basket is starting to look like. We're going to turn around, chain 3. Now we're going to work back loops only and doing double crochets all the way to the end. So we have 1 2 3 4 rows the same way. So we're on our 2nd row. So you're going to do this the same way for the next 4 rows. So when you're going to turn around, you're going to be working front loops only and not back. We're working back now. So I'll meet you at the end just to make sure. We're going to turn around again. Chain 3. Now remember what I said, we are working only front loops, which is facing us. Okay, and we're going to continue on, and then we have the last row because we're going to do 4 rows just of double crochet. So I'll meet you at the end of the 4th row and continue to do the same thing. Now we're using back loops. Next row we're going to use we're using front loops. Sorry, there's 2 loops here. We're using this front one, and then the next row we're going to use the back one. Okay, I'll meet you at the end of the 4th. Okay, so I told you I was going to meet you at the end of the 4th row, but I just want to make sure that you're catching on, doing things right. So we're going into the 4th row, and now we're grabbing back loops only and doing the same thing. And this will be the last row for the double crochets. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end. Okay, so we're going to do one chain into the same space I've turned around, into the next space, and into the third space. I'm going to do a chain stitch. Now, I don't know how much of chain stitch that each one of you are going to do. I went with the flow. I didn't even count. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm going to continue mine and tell you how much I have at the end. Okay, so I've done 65 chain stitch. Now you can do the length that you like your handle to be. Okay, so I'm going to come back. I'm going to count from the end. 1, 2, on the third space, single, next space, single, and the last space, single. Okay, so this is pretty much what it looks like. We're going to turn around. I'm going to come and do single right on top of the same one from the handle, single, inside of the first stitch. I'm going to do 1, 2, and 3 on the same space. 2 for picot and slip stitch. I don't want my picot to be too big. And 3 more double crochet inside of the same space, just like that. Now I'm going to count. Make sure you pull on it to make sure you see the stitch well. 1, 2 on the third space. Grab both loops, will be better for it not to heavy too much. And a single on the third space, and again 1, 2 on the third space. We're going to create again the 2 groups of double crochet on the same space, separated by 2 chain picot. One, 2, and slip stitch your picot, just because I don't want a separation on the picot between the stitches. And 3 more double crochet on the same space. And again 1, 2 on the third space, single. 1, 2 on the third space. We continue with the 2 groups of double crochet on the same space. Okay, we're going to continue to do that all the way to the edge. Okay, I'll come back to you at the end. Okay, you guys, as you can see, okay, now I'm on my last one here. So I'm going to come in, not the first single, but the second one. And I'm going to do single, single. Now right where we have the row here of the double crochet, I'm going to do 1 single right on top of between both rows, single, inside of the space of the row, single, between both rows, single. So this whole row all the way around will be singles, and then I'll let you know on the corner how we are going to do it so we can get that firm corner going on. Okay, so singles, I'll meet you here at the end. Okay, so I'm at the end. Let me just take a bit of light here. We don't want it to whiten out too much. I'm on the last double crochet at the end. So I've done one single. I'm going to do another single. I'm going to do one chain, come back in, another single, and another single. So we're going to have 4 singles on this corner, and the same thing will be done on the other corner. I'm going to hide my thread at the same time. So on top of each double crochet, we're doing single all the way to the end. Okay, so I'll meet you here at the corner. So 1 single per double crochet. Okay. So I'm reaching the corner here. We're going directly inside of the space. 1 single, 2 singles, 1 chain, come back in, 2 more singles. Okay. Now we're going in the middle here of the spaces. 1 inside. If you find it too hard to do in between the rows, then you can do 2 inside of the space. Okay, inside of the rows, I should say. Okay, so just continue, and then we are done. We cut our thread and we're finished with our basket. Okay, so you've completed the basket already, and now we are going to, for the people that are doing the pattern, I'm going to glue it. So I'm going to show you how I do it. So basically you want to make sure that you stretch your pattern out. Get the right side up. You don't want to be mistaken on the sides. Okay. So stretch your pattern. Come right to the edge where you have your first row here, like that. Okay. This board thing is so wasted out of gluing so many things that it looks ridiculous. But who cares, right? It's just glue. So I'm just going to put a bit on the edge here. Oh, I think I need more glue. So you want to get it right to the edge, like on the first row. I'm just putting a bit of glue. As you can see, you don't need that much. And just close it in. I'm going to put a little bit over here on the edge. And a little bit here. Just so I can line up my handle. And we're going to do the same thing to this side here. Now you don't want to overfloat it with glue, you just want a little bit on there. Make sure that you stretch your handle well. You don't want your handle to be crooked. Then you would just add a little bit at the edges so they don't stick up. Don't need much, just a little bit here and there. Perfect. So we're good to go. Now, since my big flower's on this side, I gotta do it. Oops, I think I just dropped my thing up front. So I'm going to put some glue on my flower here. Yeah, make sure that you place it properly because, you know, glue is pretty fast to get on there. I'm just gonna put a little bit here just to get my leaves stretched out a bit. And I'm also gonna put a bit here on the green so I can flatten my petals out. Just like that. So you fix your flowers, you know, whatever way you think is right. I'm going to continue and then I'll come back. Okay, so I just put this leaf on too. Just, you know, you can decorate the way you want it, whatever makes you feel comfortable. And you place them as you think is right and looks cute. So whatever way you want it to be. So I like it this way. So I'll stick it on this way. Now, like I said, we don't need that much glue. Just a little drop is enough. Sure you're careful not to get burned because this hot glue can burn. God knows how many times I've burnt myself. Well, this does it for this tutorial. I hope you guys liked it. Let me know. Give me your feedback. I will have it on display at the end. So I want to thank every single one of you please don't forget to give a thumbs up. I will see you in the next tutorial, and I'll leave you all the information, the links below in the description box. Thank you so much, everybody. Big hugs to every single one of you. Take care of yourselves and each other. Till next time, bye-bye.